you're gonna love this.
I want to hear it. I'm objective. You're critical.
Anico at the disco.
He's positive. Join the Mixtape 615.
Today, tomorrow, yesterday,
It is the dopest supporter group in all of Nashville.
forever.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. This is the Mixtape 615 podcast, and this is the place to be. What is up, guys? We are so excited. My name is Austin. Let's just jump right in with all the AKAs. We got all the AKAs tonight. So my name is Austin, AKA Wild Man, AKA Ginger Snap, AKA The Fumbling Dublin, AKA Chicky Parm, AKA Red Beard, the dopest pirate in all the 7 seas. What is up, everyone? We are excited to be back on this cold winter night. Logan, tell them who you are.
All right, guys. Y'all know who it is. It's Logan, a.k.a. Beer Main, a.k.a. Manga Main, a.k.a. Well, it's no longer Coach Carson. I'm now a just Dad DeLorean. Logstradamus. Don't forget that one. Because I called that Open Cup win back in February.
He did. Back in February. He called the Open Cup win, and he called a Sam Surge Golden Boot.
Which he did in the Open Cup, but still I'm going to count it. And we made it back to the playoffs, which I also called. So, hey, three's the charm. Let's go. But tonight, everybody, Christmas has come a little bit early for some of our loyal fans. We have the one, the only, the one of our own, the homegrown or home signing, the guy that's been with us since the beginning. He's one of our own. It's Taylor Washington.
What's up, guys? Dang, I wish I could give myself an intro like you guys gave yours. Those are fire.
Hey, go for it. I mean, what's your AKA? What's your team nickname? Here we go.
I'm too much. I mean, I think just they would call me T. All the boys would call me T. I think through some of the fan stuff, I think OG or whatever, or T-Wash. But yeah, you guys can call me whatever you want. T, Taylor. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, well, thank you for coming on. We were excited to jump in tonight, being a very special just interview, getting to know you. You know, I mean, you've been around Nashville for forever, it feels like. I mean, you were in Nashville, or I was in Nashville, I feel like, you know.
Yeah, for real.
So that's really exciting. I know, I mean, your journey all the way from USL to an Open Cup win. I mean, this is going to be a whole lot of fun.
Hey, man, it's going to be a blast. Yeah, it's crazy to think, like, I always say it was 8 years ago. I'm dyslexic though, so it could be 7 seasons, could be 8. But all I know is I started here in 2018, and crazy to think I've been here for as long as God's allowed me to be. You know? Yeah,
I mean that's pretty awesome. So I'm just gonna kick us off because we always like to kind of go back in time and hear about your journey, you know, what brought you through all of this. And so, you know, we always do our little homework, you know, scrolling through people's wiki pages and all that, you know.
Little Nardwuar stuff? Okay.
I mean, not quite as deep as Nardwuar, but yes.
If you pull out my kindergarten teacher, I'll be very impressed.
No, don't go all there. But let's take a look back through like your youth and college days. I mean, what is one like unforgettable moment that you've got going back to like was it Rye County or Rye Country Day school? So
yes,
back there.
Again, not quite Nardwuar, but we're close.
No, that's good. Yeah,
an unforgettable moment that shaped like a lot of who you are today. Is there a moment?
Oof, that's a deep question. At Rye Country Day or just like youth soccer?
Youth soccer. Let's just say youth soccer.
You know, I think I have to say, I think I was U11 or U12. I was playing so I'm from a small town called Somers, New York. I like to claim New York City, but I can't. I didn't live there long enough. And I played for this small hometown team, but we started recruiting people from around Westchester County, which is, you know, it's a pretty big county. Yeah. And we had kids from Mount Vernon and Harrison, Rye, Armonk. And I think of that starting 11 from my U11, U12, I think like of those 11 guys, I think they all went D1 or D3.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, it was really cool. So the talent was very high. And I'll never forget, we're playing Bayside, and Bayside was one of our biggest rivals that year. So they were like, we were playing Region 1 Cup or whatever it was called, and they beat us, and then we played them in the State Cup final. And we were playing them, I think it was tied 2-2. We go to penalty kicks, and I'll never forget, the kid walks up, pulls it wide. He was the coach's son, and I was like, "Ooh, he gonna get away. Yeah, he gonna be in trouble." And then, all my guys made their PKs, thank God. And I pull up to the penalty spot, and the goalie's on one side of the goal, like completely to one side. And I'm like, I just got to go to the other side. And I just pass it in, celebrate with my teammates. And that was one of the moments for me that, like, I remember being like, oh, playing soccer, winning championships, like, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I've always had that, like, strong desire always to win. I hated losing small-sided or anything like that. But that group of guys was a really special group of guys, because we played for 7 years together. We all went from Somers to Academy, and played against each other in college. And then I played with one of the guys, Alex Kapp, at Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, they just won.
Yeah, they
Yes, they did. Yes. Yeah. Ben Martino won a USL championship. Yeah, that's right. That's my guy.
That's awesome.
Gosh, I forgot Martino's there.
Yeah. Benny's there. Robbie Mertz, I don't know him personally, but he's good friends with, like, Josh Bauer. And then that coaching staff, I think, is still the same. One of the coaches on that coaching staff was there when I was there, Dan Visser. He's a great guy.
That's
really
awesome.
Good guy.
Now, you talked about your time in the PKs and all of that. Have you always been a defender? Is that, like, how you grew up playing, or how did you?
Oh, no. No. I was a forward all my life. Okay. So I was a left winger, center forward, and basically they would play the ball in behind, and I would run onto it and try and score goals. I don't know if I had much of a hold-up play, but I was really always checking to and going. And then I got to Academy. I played for FC Westchester. And our coach came up to me and he's like, "Hey, our left back is sick, Justin Kerr." And he said, "Do you think you could play?" And I was like, "I think so. Yeah, like, no worries. Like, I just wanted to play." And ended up having a really good game. I felt for the first time that I could see the whole field in front of me. Like, I could get the ball, take some time, play the ball in behind, or play the ball short. And it still gave me that ability to get up and down the wing, which I've always loved to do. But then, I became a left back as I got to be, like, around 15, 16.
Do you prefer, like, fullback role or more like wing back role?
At the pro level, wing back. Yeah. At the pro level, wing back. But I think in VJ's system, I think being a fullback it can be the same as a wing back, especially since you're asked to get into the attack. Always make sure that you're a supportive role. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this year, watching Dan Levitz and Andy Nahar moving forward, as much as they were getting in on the attack a lot, that was pretty cool.
Oh, my days. I mean, and especially, like, for me, I've been training with Dan for 5 years, and I mean, the amount of times that he would be a center back and I would be a wing back, and he'd be like, "T, get in the box, T, get this," So, I think his numbers proved, like, I mean, for me, honestly, I think he was an MLS All-Star as well, just for the season he was having.
Absolutely.
Like, incredible discipline, wand of a left foot. And then his leadership is really what sets him apart, though. Like, one of the guys that you always turn to in the locker room for both life and soccer.
Yeah, as like fans, just hearing like that. Yeah, where are those locker room presence? Yeah, who are those people? So.
Oh yeah.
Well, you again, kind of sticking to those early years. You went from MLS Combine to playing in Nashville for nearly a decade. Was there, like, a specific point in this time here where you just really said to yourself, like, okay, I belong here. I want to be here?
That's a good question. Dang, you guys are asking very good, deep questions. I think 2019, I can still remember, I think we were playing in Raleigh, we were playing North Carolina, and I think I was walking with Alan Wynn, and we were talking about MLS and the possibility of MLS. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, God, please let me be a part of this. Like, even if it's for a year, even if it's for 2 years, whatever it was. And then every year when, options were being exercised or declined, like I was spending so much time in the church praying. But, I think 2 years ago when Mike came to me and he's like, "Hey man, we're going to offer you a 2-year deal. It's something that'll keep you here. You can either retire or do what you want with it." And I thought to myself, like, Nashville is the place that I've always wanted to be and live in, and the culture and the soccer community is something I've grown up with and seen grow as well. And there were some opportunities to leave, but I never wanted to leave Nashville.
That's awesome, man.
That's really cool to hear. So, I mean, you talked about your time in Pittsburgh. So early on, as you're like, kind of going backwards again, like you made it through, you had your 11 that you all went D1.
Yeah, crazy.
Through there, early on pro career, you played with Bethlehem Steel and then also Pittsburgh you talked about. And so what are like the lessons, like how did that shape you as a player, like playing at a professional level?
Oh, yeah. I think for me, Bethlehem was one of the hardest years of my life. I didn't expect to get drafted, and then got drafted pretty high. I got drafted at 23, and I came into the preseason hopeful that I would be on the field for the Union, and found myself taking, yeah, like, yeah, I was on loan, but it was a funny dynamic because I think it's actually one of the more healthy systems that I've seen. I trained with the Union for 4 days, and then I would either fly or drive to Bethlehem on the weekend and play with the team there, or train with them the day before. And I was just always so hungry. I was always so hungry. Like I wanted to play, I wanted to prove myself. I wanted to like stack good games so that either Ernie Stewart or Jim Curtin would take notice and hopefully maybe put me on the bench. And that never happened. But I'll never forget when one of the people said to me as I was doing my exit physical after I just found out I've been cut by the team. He looked at me and he goes like, "Are you going to retire?" And I was like,
Wow.
Nah, like it's a fair question. And I was just like, no. And it just stirred this fire up in me. And I called my agent. We thought, do you want to go to preseason with an MLS team and fight for it, or do you want to get minutes and grow? Establish a good base. Like you can be either known and you can go through a USL career or hopefully get back to the MLS. And Dave Brandt, who was at the Naval Academy, I had played against in college, and he was assembling a bunch of guys who basically he had liked from college. And that year of my life I grew so much off the field. Like it was a great group of guys. Like it felt like we were in college. Like we all hung out together. We do dinners 2-3 times a week. And the team didn't produce what we wanted to, but I learned so much more about like locker room culture and being a good teammate and what it means to honestly like be with brothers in Christ, all playing a sport. Like we all would go to a children's rehabilitation clinic every Tuesday, and you're walking into a hospital where people they can't walk, they can't speak, but you're doing your best just to spend time and be present with them. And to have eight guys doing that from a team, and there's no media, there's no nothing. Yeah, man, like that taught me so much more about what's important in life. And that carried me moving forward.
Well, it carried you all the way to the MLS, and you got to play for one of the, I mean, one of the most on fire teams coming out the gate. Not the most, but one of the best coming out the gate. 4 years in a row making the playoffs from the start. It's huge when you get to play for a team like that. Not only that, but you got your first MLS goal coming out in 2023 against against Montreal. We like literally were watching it tonight just because it was amazing. The cross in,
my shoe was untied.
The cross in from Shaq Moore, and just like batted it with the backside of your, like the outside of your foot, just like a rocket into the net. Talk to us about that feeling. I know you've kind of gone through it a few times. We were watching it. It's just like, oh my gosh, CJ Sapong was there. Sean Davis was there. Just like
Tony.
on top of you, Brian and Nunga, it was like we were just like, oh my gosh, all these guys. It was such a great moment. Talk to us about
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I didn't think I was gonna still be on the field because Aaron Herrera, I think, was trying to get me a red card because I stomped on him like 20 minutes prior. So I was
It was
just like,
raining
you know,
like crazy too.
it was pouring rain. And I remember we were up a goal, and you know, during that time, especially with Gary, a lot of my wingback role was supportive and defensive. And you know, like I wasn't getting on the ball a ton, and you know, ball got into like a really good crossing position. Shaq made a brilliant run as he always did, and then just floated the ball in.
Ani
And
held
I remember,
up.
oh, he did held up. Yeah. He did. And I remember like I prayed during the games, and I just like I can still feel like the Holy Spirit just being like run a little bit outside, run inside, and you know, it's like in those moments, I don't know if I blacked out or anything like that, but as soon as I saw the ball hit the back of the net, I was just like, oh my God, that's a goal. That's a goal. And I got up like, and I just remember everyone running to me, and I remember telling my friends and family at the time, like the goal was super, super cool. Like, and I'm more glad that we won, but you know, like for me, it was the faces of all those guys just being like in utter disbelief and so happy. And, you know, like it was something that I'll cherish. Just like I remember just looking at Walker's face, being like, "Oh my God, dude!" Like, you know?
Dan Levitz's eyes were about that big. It was great.
Yeah. Happy we won. Oh
yeah. Well, that's awesome. I mean, just that feeling. I can't even imagine. Just as a player, you know, played in the past all the way from rec league to adult league in in Chattanooga when I was out there, you know, just picking up as a free agent, you know, whatever, like leagues out there. Like there's nothing better than the ball going to the back of the net, regardless of the level. But I can't even imagine at that level how that feels. So that's pretty incredible.
I'll tell you, like I play in Mid-State Sports League now, and so I signed with a team. And we were down like 4-1 going into the second half, and I was like cracked my neck. I was like, all right, Leo, put me in, coach, you know. And thank God we ended up winning 6-4. But you know, it's not. Yeah. Like, and I'm a competitor, you know. Like I always wanted to win, and
of course, we played trivia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, trivia is not my strong suit, but
hey, it doesn't mean you're not competitive. I know.
No, it's true. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I knew what you knew aluminium or no, the X-Men thing. It was with
adamantium.
Adamantium. Yeah. I remember being like, how the heck did that guy know that? Like,
I mean, my name is Logan.
Cracks and knuckles.
You know,
it
does make sense.
It does.
Well, let's talk about these awards that have come out. You've won Nashville SC's Humanitarian of the Year award 5 times. And you talked about your time just going with guys to the hospitals and just seeing children and seeing people just sitting in. What are those stories like? Is there like a story from your work that still like hits you and just like hits your heart the same way that it did the day that you had that experience?
Yeah, I think you know, my rookie year, like I was dying to get on the field, and I remember I was so hard on myself. And you know, my mom is the person I call going to training, coming home from training, and at one point she looked at me and she's like, "Taylor, you got to get over yourself. You got to get over yourself." She said, "Reach out to the Philadelphia Union and see if there's any children's hospital visits that you could do." And I'll never forget. I pull into the parking garage after they told me to come in go to CHOP on a Monday, and I'm in the elevator and there's this old guy there, and I'm just talking to him like a New Yorker would, and you know, we get out on the same floor, and I'm like, "Oh, who are you here for?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm here for Dominic." And I was like, "Oh, I'm here for Dominic too. I'm here from the Philadelphia Union." And you know, a few minutes later, you know, a kid wheels out. The happiest kid I think I've ever seen. And I'm like, "Oh, what's up, man? Like, how you doing?" And he's like, "What's up, bro? Like, my name's Charlo." And I'm like, "That's not what the email said. Like, what?" And then, Yeah, like out came Dominic, and half of his
Mm.
body was paralyzed, and
Wow.
the other half was so happy. And I remember just being in awe. I didn't know really what to do. I was like, like how am I gonna make this kid feel any better? He seems like he's the happiest kid in the world. And he put on the climb for Miley Cyrus during I think it was the climb during radiation, and he's singing, Jesus loves me, this I know. And his family invited me to church. I'd never been to a non-denominational church before, and they're playing this song, and I looked at Kira and I was like, "What song is this?" And she's like, "Oceans." I'll send it to you. And it's like the most worship song of all time. Yeah, Oceans. And when he got super sick, I was there every day, and I'd finish training and go over there, and a lot of people would be like, "Oh, dude, what you're doing is so good." And you know, it's hard for me to accept that, because like I went because I not only God had formed this relationship with Dominic, but the joy and the lessons in his life, the things that I learned from him, it was earth shattering. It was heart shattering.
Mm.
And when an 8.5-year-old kid is given, he has a few hours to live, and he looks at both the doctor and his mom and he says, "I want to go walk with Jesus."
Mm.
Changes you.
Yeah.
It changes you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wear this bracelet that says "Brave like Lizzie" as a little girl from St. Jude that our family got to know, and my daughter is actually named after her. And so, yeah, it definitely changes
Oh,
you. It hits different.
it does. And sometimes people will be, well, why does God allow these things to happen? And I don't know the answer to that, and I'm in 4 months of seminary, but I do know this, is that God does anoint and gives gifts of faith, and their lives, they'll stand the testament of time for the way that they lived, and the way that we call it, like in Latin, they say this thing called coram Deo, which means to live truly in God's presence. And Dominic, for me, embodied that more than anyone I've ever met.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, clearly they've left a lasting legacy in your heart. Oh,
Oh no, we lost him. He'll come back. We'll
yep,
get him
we'll
back
get
in
him
just
back
a
in a
second.
second. Hey, this
But
is what happens when we go live, everybody.
he's back.
Hey, Taylor's back. It's okay. It's okay. We got you back. Just give us 1 second. We'll get you back on the screen. On the screen.
All right,
There
we
we
are
are.
Okay.
back, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, guys.
Excuse us, everybody. No, it's okay. Uh, well, clearly, this is going to leave a lasting legacy on our podcast. This is the first time we've ever had.
Someone's left.
Hey,
Glad
it's
to be the
okay.
first.
But those kids, they definitely left a lasting legacy on you. And so we want to ask, how do you want people, especially your younger, players or the local fans here, how do you want them to remember your time here as a boy in gold? Even though I know it's transitioning, what do you
Yeah,
want them to
yeah.
remember your time as a player here?
Ah, man. Frick. I wish I got these questions beforehand. Like, I
I
feel
know
like I knew that.
we should have
These are
taken.
good. These are good. Um, I think as I grow older, and I say walk with Jesus closer. I realize how much God has been walking with me my entire life. And I think if there's anything that I want to be known for, it's just that I love God. I love God and love people, and I'm a flawed and imperfect person, but
Oh,
Uh-oh.
well,
Well,
again,
speaking of flaws and imperfections, this is the Mixtape 615 podcast interview with Taylor Washington. We uh, we have some fun with it. We do what we can. He'll be back on in just a second. But let us know while we are live. This is the fun parts of doing live interviews. While we are
absolutely.
live, let us know if you have any questions for him.
Yeah, pop them in the
If
comments.
you want
We've
to
got
know,
you live,
yeah,
ready to go. We're listening and watching. So if you've got a live that you want to throw in, please do. We'll have plenty of time for questions to throw at them. So, hey, there you go. If once is not enough, twice is the answer. You're good. You're good. Hey,
All
it's
right.
fun.
So this is we were just talking about how this is the fun of doing a live interview. This is what
Tons
happens.
of technical difficulties.
Hey,
This is real. We're raw. This is Mixtape 615. You can't have a good mixtape without getting raw.
exactly.
True.
This just sounds like bonus tracks. But
Let,
well,
let,
let's
uh, yeah, let's
let's
talk
change this
about
around a little bit.
Nashville. Let's talk
Yeah.
about Nashville. You've talked about how you just love being in this area. Let's get into some more fun questions.
Oh yeah.
Not that these aren't fun, but what is now you're home on and off the pitch. What are like the top three like local must dos for people who are coming in?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I think I gotta plug. You gotta come to Geodis Park on a Saturday night. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
mean,
that's what all the locals do.
it's pretty lit.
only the
It's
best
pretty lit.
locals do.
To be honest, I spent a little bit more time in WeHo recently, and there's so much that's going up around in that area. So many great restaurants, bars.
I want to go to Sicilian Butcher so bad.
Where?
Sicilian Butcher.
Okay.
It's in Wedgwood, Houston. I'm telling you, it looks awesome.
Ooh,
Dang. Okay.
the
All
plug,
right.
shameless plug there.
I mean, hey, again,
Yeah, yeah.
not a sponsor.
Are they sponsor? I was about to say, they sponsoring this, or?
I mean, I might have to hit it up.
Maybe
Soon. They
will.
got a Ferris wheel of meatballs, and I definitely got to see
Oh,
that.
ooh. Are they like lunch, dinner, or just dinner?
I know they have a dinner and a walk up gelato bar. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
So again, for anybody
got
else who wants to
Geodis?
check this place out, yeah.
Yeah. So Taylor, you got Geodis. You said like WeHo area.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think just because it's around the stadium, there's so much that's going on there. I would say Geodis Park, come watch Nashville SC play. Not even because, I'll be working for them. Let's see, what else? Must do's in Nashville. Um, this is a one that I've developed recently. I think Radnor Lake or Radnor Park, Radnor Lake.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think walking that, I've had
so
some beautiful
nice.
moments. Oh, it's sick, and they have
So
eagles
peaceful.
there.
Yep.
I've run into Joe Willis there, I think twice. So I'm trying to be a little bit more of a nature guy. But I think it's so peaceful, so great place to go pray, great place to go walk, take someone for a walk. So we got like nature, we got soccer. I'm trying to think, like, last thing, should I say? I won't say Broadway.
That's not a
I
local.
mean,
No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Trying to think. I mean, I honestly say, like, I think because we're in the Bible Belt, I think there's so many churches around us. There's something for someone to do on a Sunday, and even if you have questions about God or questions about the faith, there's so many different denominations and churches and community groups that can help you in your own walk. And I think for me, it's an essential and something that's transformed my life. So I'd say those are the three musts. Mm-hmm.
well,
All right.
you've gotten to know quite a few of your fellow teammates over the years.
Mm.
Whether they play for Nashville still, or it has been somebody in the past, who on the roster made you laugh the hardest during either road trips or training camps?
Brian Bekelis.
Really?
Oh, he was by far one of the funniest teammates I've ever had. I don't think he knew my name, like, for a period of time. And there was a story, or he knew my name, but he called everyone Taylor, and he was one of the most genuine, funniest guys. Like, I forget I think it was Halloween. We're going into the playoffs, and we have a team meeting. Gary's waiting, and Gary was always punctual. He always wanted everyone on time. And he's like, "Where's Brian? Where's Brian?" And Brian came in a Superman suit, started jumping around, running around. He says, "Family, family," you know, and he was one of the funniest guys. He'd always answer, I'd be like, "Brian, you good?" "Me, no problem. Me, happy. Me, happy." Yeah, he was always happy.
So have you ever watched Ted Lasso? Is he like the Danny on the team?
The football
Danny Rojas? maybe. I think, he was amazing. One of the funniest guys.
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to ask, my daughter always sends in a question for every guest that we have on the podcast. And so she asks, what is your favorite food?
Oh, well, I've been moving, so right now it's been pizza.
It's an easy one.
It is. Plug 5 Points Pizza. They've been fueling both the movers and my mom and I. My favorite food, though, to go and like kick it with friends, like I would probably say sushi. Like I love sushi.
I love sushi. That's like my favorite.
What's your spot?
So there's a place down in Franklin called Health Sushi, but also there's a place. Gosh, why am I blanking on the name? It's not Wild Ginger. Wild Ginger.
Oh, Wild Ginger's good too. Yeah. The one in Cool Springs is good. Yeah, I walked in there after a training session one time, and I didn't realize it was like a nice upscale restaurant. And I'm in like my Adidas tight shirt, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get it to go. My bad."
But yeah, they got some good sushi too. So
they do.
All right, if you had to teach a skill from another sport to an MLS teammate, which you might have had to do, you've had plenty of guys who have played internationally coming over. Like, if you had to teach them a basketball skill or a golf skill or whatever, what are you going to pick and why?
Oh,
or what have you had to teach and why?
So I played a little golf in high school, so I would say golf, but for the sake of the pod, I'm gonna say basketball.
Commit to the
because yeah, like Brian Anunga, I think it was during the COVID year, we're doing all these workouts in the gym, and our strength and conditioning coach Steve Mason says to us, he goes, "All right, if you guys hit a half court shot, you don't have to do the workouts for the rest of the day." And all the American guys get up there, they're trying to do it, like I think Hani did it, someone did it, and last person in line is Brian Anunga.
Oh man! And
he takes it like a free, like a throw and throws it, swish, the place goes crazy.
That's great.
And so I think I honestly need lessons in basketball from Brian, but yeah, like
that was over the top.
Oh man, and I'm like, surely this isn't going in, and just everyone goes crazy.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Brian Anunga, man. Shout out.
Legend.
I mean, he's Cincy, right?
Cincy legend. Yeah. I hope he stays there. I think he had an amazing year, played a ton. Like,
very nice. Well, now, you're moving into a different role with Nashville. What is the wisdom that you're looking forward to, giving to all of the players now from a different role?
I don't know if I'll be giving any wisdom, but, I think from now not being directly involved in the locker room, I think, I can be definitely more of a fan, like.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun. Like,
I think you mentioned, maybe getting supporters section tickets, going to be in there.
I got a wild story about this. I'm in the front office. I'm hanging with the marketing team because that's who we would deal with day to day. And this kid comes up to me and he goes, "I hear you're looking for season tickets." And I'm like, no way this guy's trying to sell me season tickets right now. I'm like, "Oh, bro." Like, he's like, no, we can do a deal for you, And he was awesome. Like, he was great. Like, he sold me on it. Yeah. And like, I negotiated down a little bit, so I still got some more room to go. But, you might see me in the supporter section.
Hey,
the deal's too good. I would love that. Come
hang regardless. You got places to hang with the entire supporter section. We'd love to have you hang with you.
I don't even know if you need season tickets. I'm sure that we probably got you for a game somewhere or another. We got you.
We'll see. I appreciate it.
Well,
All right. Well, I got one from my wife. She sent in a question. She said, "What with the time of year, what is your favorite Christmas tradition?"
Okay. So my family hosts a big Christmas party on the 20th. And so all my cousins come from Cape Cod, and then some of my cousins in New York, and then we have a random assortment of non-blood family, and we all get together, play games, sing. We do karaoke. My aunt and uncle have like a really cool house. They have like a bar at their house with like a whole like drum set and singing area. So
Oh, wow.
we have a really fun time.
Okay.
So that's like I'm really looking forward to that this Saturday.
that's
That's
cool,
awesome.
man. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
man.
We
Yeah,
gotta
except
step
when
up
my mom
our
tries to get me.
traditions.
No. Because my mom always tries to get me to sing like
I was gonna
"Baby
say,
It's Cold
what's-
Outside" with my cousin, and I'm like,
That's
this is weird. It's weird.
Just do that.
It's like we did it when we were 12,
Do the other
like,
side where she's like, I really can't stay. Be like, okay, you can leave. You're good.
Yes.
There's the door. Why are you sticking around? This is weird. Don't call the neighbors. No, what?
No.
What do you mean? What does your mom think's
Exactly.
going on over here? Like, no.
I'm gonna try and pull that.
Yeah, you should.
For real. For real.
I don't know.
Yes.
Dad might be listening in. It might steal your thunder, but
He's probably writing in the chat for sure.
oh, that's great. Well, we always like to ask, just because it's always a lot of fun with the mixtape. We put together a mixtape that we've got kind of continuously going, from different players and guests that we've had on. We've had Steven, aka Soccer Moses. We've had Josh Bauer come on, Eric Lauda out of Huntsville. We've had Woobens Pasillas, Joey Skinner, Eddie Tagstaff. All of our guys have given us a song to add to the mixtape, whether it's your hype song, it's just what you're listening to right now, whatever it is.
Oh.
What is the one song you're going to add to our new mixtape or our continued mixtape?
This is the fact that I gotta add a mixtape with those boys who know music. Like Josh's music taste is top.
His was fun.
He's got some good.
J. Cole was his
He hit you with J. Cole?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Like I just saw her at the Ryman. So I'm gonna go Ella Langley. And yeah, I gotta switch it up a little bit. You can't do that on the mixtape. You got, well, maybe you could.
I mean,
maybe a little remix.
Hey,
I love her music, so
whatever you want to the mixtape.
It's
let's
a
see.
mixtape for a reason. We mix it up all the time.
Diversity, man.
That's true. That's true. You know what? Like, I don't know why I love this song so much, but Castle on the Hill remix. If you ever go back through like the USL, we had to do like a pregame playlist, and that's my first song on there. And I'm like an EDM guy. Like I like rap and all that, don't get me wrong, but like I like to run and feel some energy when I'm running.
A remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I mean, or Ella Langley. I mean, I love Ella Langley. So it's like,
Ella Langley,
yeah.
if you end up listening to this,
coming back
call
to that.
Taylor. He loves your music. Hit him up.
She had an amazing show at the Ryman. Best show I've ever seen.
There you
That's
go.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap another episode of the Mixtape 615. Huge shout out to Taylor Washington. Thank you so much for being on. Just giving us a little insight to who you are, and it's really, really cool. Just getting to know you a little bit better. So big shout out to that. Shout out to our listeners who are listening in. Send some love over to Taylor. Tell him thank you. We could not do this without you guys. Big shout out to Logan Biermain over here, keeping us rolling as well. But guys, don't forget, stay connected. Hit us up at mixtape615.com. The new year is coming soon.
New merch is hitting.
We're going to be getting new merch. We're going to be getting some new new scarf for this year. So guys, you don't want to miss out on that. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, X, at Mixtape 615, and for all of our video content, you know where to find us right here on YouTube at Mixtape 615 Pod. So guys, keep it real, keep it vibing, and until next episode, Mixtape 615 is signing off.